We have the data. Most Americans don't watch news at night, but with this unusual blockbuster approach by Congress for primetime hearings, which most networks deem newsworthy enough to carry, we have the numbers. Last night, over 19 million people saw some of the hearings live, plus millions more in coverage and reaction, including this morning and across the whole internet. So that footage played out across virtually all the major networks you see here, with one glaring exception in the middle. Every network with a newsroom chose to air this. Those are independent news judgments, as they do for any big government events, regardless of which party's in charge. Fox, though, outed and isolated itself with this censorship approach. And I've got two special guests to get into all of this right now. A comedian that I am sure many of you know and cherish, Tommy Davidson's Beat debut, the original cast member of the iconic 90s show In Living Color. We're going to get into that in a minute. He's also been in Spike Lee's Bamboozled as the voice of Oscar Proud, the beloved cartoon character, and he's got some new music out, a jazz single, Sweet Reunion. And back with us, author, friend of the Beat, Michael Steele. Welcome to both of you. Michael, you look at the cancel approach here. Fox wants to cancel what it disagrees with. No other news network did that. For your response and your fallback of the week, here's a little bit of a fact check on what was on Fox last night and what the rest of America saw.
Gotcha.
Yet another lecture about January 6th tonight, an outbreak of mob violence, a forgettably minor outbreak by recent standards.
This is now about a security failure of incredible magnitude, and they don't even seem to want to talk about it. Yeah, and the one person that looks good is Donald Trump.
An unsuccessful, laborious attempt to connect the dots back to Trump. So Trump to a coup that never happened.
Michael.
Well, they just sound stupid. I'm sorry. I mean, you dress it up. Look, the reality of it is you didn't want to show it, talk about it, because you're part of the story. Fox is part of the story. There are emails and text messages from all the folks you just showed. So, of course, they don't want to show that. You got to, if you're going to perpetuate a lie, you're going to perpetuate it to its obvious conclusion, and that is until someone just shuts you down completely. Well, that's what this committee is in the process of doing. They don't want to be a part of that, which gets me to my Fallback Friday moment. For all you Republicans out there who think Donald Trump actually gives a crap about you or anything related to you, just ask Mike Pence how that feels, baby. To know that the President of the United States stood there and says that you deserve to die because you wouldn't do what I instructed you to do. Now, I don't know how y'all gonna, deal with that. There are a whole lot of psychiatry and psychologists and people you can lay on the couch with about that. But you need to get your stuff together. And Tommy, let me just say, boy, it's just a pleasure to be on with you, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's nice to see both of you, man. I'm glad I'm the comedian on here because there's a lot that's funny these days. You know what I mean?
Funny ha-ha or funny terrible?
Yeah, what I have to say about all that is, the denial is a river in Egypt. We all know that one, you know what I mean? And the proof always comes the proof always comes out, and we'll just have to see. You know what I mean? It's just been a great career for me. I'm a big fan, all right, of you guys over there and Rachel. And I was on a cruise ship doing a television show the whole 4 years Trump was in office and when he got voted in. So the only way that I got news was from you guys. So I watched the whole arc.
Well, as the Lonely Island guys used to say, I'm on a boat.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But, it's helped my perspective as well, man.
Well, let me jump in on this because you're very kind to say that. And shout out to Rachel. We are all fans of Rachel here. But we're not going to let you talk about us. Michael and I do want to shout out In Living Color. I grew up on it.
Yes.
Pioneering. Social commentary, goofiness.
Yes.
And if you know Michael Steele, there's a lot of times where he just looks at what's going on in politics and says, homie, don't play that. Let's take a look at some highlights.
Welcome to the Homeboy Shopping Network.
Former presidential candidate, Mr. Ross Perot.
Apparently, some folks got upset when I referred to African Americans as
You people.
From Boogie Down Bronx, Jennifer Lopez.
Mr. Williams, is this your attorney?
No, he just hanging.
Homie, 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 homie. Homie, don't play that.
I got a two-parter for you. What did that mean to you all then, doing this work together as a team that has pioneered a space that then was less supported in terms of platforms, and now you have so much more, obviously? And two, what's on your mind? Because I know you're working on issues in gun violence and other things. So take it away.
We're just proud because we knew we knew what the show meant to America. You know, we were the hottest comics at the time. Keenan Ivory Wayans was like Professor Xavier from X-Men. He just grabbed us, put us on TV, and we brought color to TV. Not color to TV, but we proved to America that all Americans laughed at the same things. Now, when we were in the black and white era, everybody laughed at Andy Griffith. Everybody laughed at I Love Lucy. We all laughed at the same things. But we were able to prove that we all really do coming into the 90s because we showed faces that weren't shown on TV doing the same type of things that we all laugh at. You know, we were outgrowth of Laugh-In, outgrowth of the 70s because we were kids of that. So we were just very proud. And then we brought in this new pop culture that now is prevalent. Now it's corporate. Now, it being cool and being a part of each other's lives was in style at one time. And Living Color had a big part of that.
Respect to that. And now I like 20 seconds, but tell me what you're doing about gun violence.
I'm down here right now in San Antonio doing a show at a comedy club, and I'm raising some money for the Uvalde victims' families. So a proceed of that will go to that because I think our children are really, not only think, I know how important our children are because, how about this? They're our children. So I'm going to be first. You know, there's a lot of news out there, especially being a stand-up comic and, all the stuff that's happening to us. Well, that gives us a good platform to say simple things like, we don't want our children killed by guns because lawmakers want to sit down and not make it happen.
Yeah. It all makes sense. And as we try to do it on here, we covered more than one thing. I'm thrilled to meet you because, like I said, grew up on it. Michael clearly watches, and I feel like other people out there do too. So, Tommy Davidson, thank you. And I'm glad you enjoyed your time on the cruise ship.
And thank you guys too. And stay out there on the battlefield. We need you, man.
There it is. Tommy and Michael, appreciate it.